Hi, it's Adam Goldstein at the Student Press Law Center. I know we're all concerned about Instagram's new terms of service, and I know they're looking at it. So I wanted to point out a couple of things about those terms that you may not have thought of initially. Certainly they didn't think of them initially. The first thing that jumped out at me when I read the terms was number 3 under rights. You acknowledge that we may not always identify paid services, sponsored content, or commercial communications as such. The requirement that these things be identified comes from the Federal Trade Commission. It doesn't come from you or I. So I don't have the ability to grant someone permission not to follow Federal Trade Commission regulations. So even if I agree to this contract, they still have to do it. It's a little bit like a food manufacturer trying to opt out of warning you that there are allergens in the food. Say, by entering McDonald's, you agree that we don't have to tell you if there's any allergens present in this meal. Well, yeah, you do, because the requirement to identify those things comes from the government, not from me. Another thing I noticed is that in Term 4, you have to warrant that, among other things, your photos don't misappropriate anyone else's property. And then in Term 2, Instagram grants itself the right to incorporate your photos into marketing. Well, here's the problem. If I take a photo of a person and I upload it for a non-commercial purpose, I haven't misappropriated anybody's rights. If Instagram takes that photo of a person and incorporates it into an advertisement, that is the commercial misappropriation of that person's image. And it's a similar problem to the FTC problem, because I don't have the ability to sign away my friend's right to not have his image used in advertising. It's a contract with me, this terms of service, and I can't waive his common law privacy right, or in New York statutory privacy right, against commercial misappropriation of his image. A variation on that theme would be trademark problems that you would run into if I take a picture of, say, a gas station. I take a picture of a Texaco, and I tag it as gas and upload it to Instagram. Instagram then incorporates it into an advertisement for, like, BP, because it's tagged gas, and they say, oh, gas, that's what we sell. We incorporate it automatically into our advertisement. Well, now we have a trademark problem, because that's confusing to the consumer. It certainly dilutes Texaco's trademark. These are all things that you would think somebody who's been active in this area in the last 3 or 4 years would know. Google has been wrestling with it in a bunch of lawsuits and settlements about Google AdWords and incorporating automatically keywords that happen to be competitors' trademark names into advertisements. So these are all problems that are independent of, I think, what people are mostly upset about, which was the increase of the license Instagram has given itself. So hopefully, in the immediate future, we'll see a new version of this license. I hope when we see a new version of this license, it also addresses these other deficiencies, because if whatever form of the license they have purports to give you the right to opt out of federal regulations and sign over the commercial misappropriation rights of your friend's images, then the license is going to be deficient. As a general matter, don't contract to give people things you don't own. If Instagram doesn't know that this is a bad idea, I've got a bridge I'd like to sell them.